This is question 2 from the Edexcel practice papers, higher tier non-calculator. What we're told in this question is that Dylan is driving from London to Newcastle and he will drive a total of 240 miles. We're then told that Dylan leaves London at 9:30 and it takes him an hour and a half to travel the first 90 miles. We're then asked to use this information to estimate the time Dylan will arrive in Newcastle. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to assume that this is the speed at which Dylan will continue to travel at. So if it's taken him an hour and a half to travel the first 90 miles, what I'm going to do is I want to work out what his speed is during the first hour and a half, and then I will just extend that and see how long it takes to travel 240 miles at that speed. So the first thing is to say is that speed is equal to the distance travelled, which is 90, and divided by the time, which is 1.5. So speed is equal to 90 divided by 1.5, and so what we can say is that Dylan's speed is 60 miles per hour. Then what I know is that the speed that he's travelling at is 60 miles per hour. If I assume that he travels at that speed for the entire journey is 240 miles. So the amount of time that will be, what I can say is that time is equal to the distance, 240, divided by the speed, which is 60. So what I can say is that the time it will take for Dylan to travel to Newcastle at that speed will be 4 hours. We're asked to estimate the time that Dylan will arrive in Newcastle. He set off at 9:30, so 4 hours after 9:30, what we can say is that he's going to arrive there at 1:30. Okay, so our answer to part A is going to be 1:30. Part B, we're asked to write down one assumption you have made in your answer to part A. Well, I talked about that briefly at the beginning. What we can say is that we're going to assume that he maintains that speed. So assume that he maintains a constant speed. We could also make other assumptions here. We could also make an assumption that he doesn't stop at any point, but I think either of those answers would be fine.